3 officers killed in ambush while serving warrant. York County, Pennsylvania, September 18, 2025. A peaceful rural afternoon turned deadly in North Codorus Township when law enforcement officers attempting to serve a warrant were ambushed, resulting in the deaths of 3 officers and the wounding of 2 others. The tragedy has shaken both the local community and law enforcement agencies, highlighting the risks officers face in domestic violence cases. The suspect, Matthew James Ruth, 24, of Hanover, Pennsylvania, was the focus of an ongoing domestic violence investigation. He was wanted on charges related to stalking, trespassing, loitering at night, and prowling on the previous night. The suspect was reported to have been seen peering into his ex-girlfriend's home with binoculars. A trail camera captured images of him armed with an AR-style rifle. Officers, acting on the warrant, returned the following day to the rural home. They used a drone to search the property. The front door of the residence was found unlocked. As officers entered, the suspect opened fire from inside, using a suppressed AR-style rifle, killed. 3 members of the Northern York County Regional Police Department lost their lives. They've been identified as Sergeant Cody Becker, Detective Mark Baker, and Detective Isaiah Emmenheiser. Injured, a 4th detective and a York County Sheriff's Office deputy were critically wounded during the ambush. They have been hospitalized and are reported to be in stable condition. The suspect, Ruth, was killed by police after the exchange of fire. Authorities emphasize that the root of the tragedy lies in domestic violence. York County District Attorney Tim Barker said that all actions by law enforcement were not only justified, but necessary. He particularly commended the detective who, after engaging with the suspect, rendered aid to his fellow officers. Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro called it an absolutely tragic and devastating day, and expressed grief for the loss of life, urging the community to support one another. Domestic violence and stalking. The case underlines how stalking and domestic violence, even before they escalate, can pose serious threats, not just to the victims, but to the officers who respond. Use of surveillance and warnings. Authorities use a trail camera and reports from neighbors to build a case. Still, despite warning signs, the outcome was catastrophic. Risks in execution of warrants. Serving a warrant, particularly in remote or rural settings and during domestic-related investigations, remains one of the more dangerous tasks in policing. Sergeant Cody Becker, Detective Mark Baker, and Detective Isaiah Emmenheiser are being remembered by their departments and communities as dedicated officers who gave their lives in service. Fellow officers and citizens alike are mourning their loss. This incident has prompted renewed calls for increased safety measures for officers in domestic dispute calls, better support for stalking victims, and a broader discussion about how law enforcement can prevent tragedies like this.